Story name, Rise Beyond the Edge. The stadium lights were still dark when Alex Moreno arrived. Dawn had not yet touched the sky, and the world felt cold, silent, asleep. But Alex was awake, wide awake, because today was the day that would decide everything. For years, Alex had been chasing one dream: to qualify for the National Track Championship. It wasn't fame Alex wanted. It was proof that all the failures, all the obstacles, and all the scars meant something. Proof that a kid from a forgotten town, raised by a single mother who worked night shifts just to keep food on the table, could still rise high. But the truth was simple. Alex wasn't the fastest, not the strongest, not the most talented. But Alex was something else, someone who refused to stop. Alex sat on the edge of the track, tying worn-out running shoes for the 1,000th time. They were old, frayed, and far past their prime, but they carried a history. Every blister, every mile, every tear in the fabric was a reminder of where Alex came from. Coach Ramirez approached, his hands in his pockets, his breath visible in the chilly air. "You're early," he said. Alex smiled slightly. "Big day." The coach nodded. "Just remember one thing. Today isn't about beating others. It's about beating who you were yesterday." Alex breathed that in. He always did. The coach's words had shaped him for years. They were road signs on the journey that often felt endless. When the sun finally rose, the stadium filled with voices, families, friends, athletes from across the region. Nerves tightened in Alex's chest, but he stayed silent, steady. The 800-meter race was announced. Alex stepped onto the track. As the runners crouched in position, Alex took one deep breath. This is it. The gunshots split the air. The runners surged forward. Alex kept pace, but the top three instantly took the lead. Their strides were powerful, effortless. Alex felt the first spark of doubt. Maybe I'm not enough. But then, another voice emerged, the one built from years of struggle. "No, you've come too far." At 200 meters, Alex found rhythm. At 400 meters, Alex found courage. But at 500 meters, Alex found pain. A sharp burn spread through his legs. His lungs screamed. The world blurred. The crowd noise became distant, like echoes underwater. Alex's pace faltered. The gap widened. The voice of doubt returned, louder this time. "You're falling behind. You can't catch them. Give up." Alex almost listened. Almost. But then something happened. A moment so small yet powerful enough to rewrite everything. From the stands, a faint voice rose above the noise. "Go, Alex. Don't quit." It was his mother. Her voice carried more than encouragement. It carried sacrifice. The nights she stayed awake working. The mornings she left breakfast ready even though she hadn't slept. The hope she kept alive even when Alex wanted to give up. Alex clenched his jaw, a fire sparking from somewhere deep inside. "You're not doing this just for you. You're doing it for every moment that tried to break you, but didn't." At 600 meters, Alex surged forward. The pain didn't fade, it intensified, but this time it didn't scare him. Alex welcomed it, because pain meant he was still fighting. One by one, the runners ahead grew closer. The second runner glanced back, surprised. At 700 meters, Alex moved into third, then second. Only one remained, the fastest athlete in the region. The finish line was just 100 meters away. Alex's entire body begged to stop. His breath was gone, his legs felt like fire, and his vision narrowed. But giving up was no longer an option. Not after everything. Alex lowered his head, pumped his arms, and unleashed every ounce of strength left inside. The final seconds felt like slow motion. Step, push, pain, fire, heart. Alex crossed the finish line and collapsed to the track. The crowd erupted. For a moment, Alex couldn't hear anything. The world faded into a blur of colors and noise. Then the coach rushed over, breathless. "You did it," he said, helping him up. "You qualified." Alex blinked. I won." The coach smiled. "By a hair. But you didn't win because you were the fastest. You won because you refused to stop." Alex stared at the finish line, the place that once felt unreachable. And he realized something important. The race wasn't against the other runners. It never had been. The true race was against doubt, fear, and the voice that said you're not enough. Later, when Alex found his mother in the crowd, she hugged him tightly. "You didn't just win," she whispered. "You proved that impossible is only a word." Alex looked at the medal hanging from his neck. It wasn't gold that mattered. It was the journey, the failures, the countless mornings he dragged himself out of bed when no one was watching, the pain he pushed through when everyone else had already quit. Alex understood now. Success isn't built on talent alone. It's built on persistence, on the moments when you feel broken but continue anyway, on the days when the world says stop, but your heart says go. And as he stood under the stadium lights, now bright, warm, alive, Alex made a promise to himself. This is only the beginning. Because once you learn to rise beyond the edge of your limits, there is no edge anymore.